Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode, this wonderful TGIF episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And here we are on a Friday. And I want to say good morning to everyone who is watching live and hello to everyone who's watching the replay. I'm so glad that you're here. And if this is your first time here, I just want to say welcome. This is a place where we chat all things yarn and all things life and crochet. We do tutorials, we share ideas, we solve problems in this place. Yes, we do. If someone has a question about a project, this is a place where they can ask online, and then we share, ideas and thoughts and hopefully come up with some answers. And so that is what this channel is about. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to say good morning to everyone in just a moment, but I have not had a sip of coffee yet this morning, and so here I go. This is my coffee, and it's still a little hot. Oh my goodness. That first sip of coffee going down a dry throat, there is nothing like it. I don't know why I pour my coffee, but I don't drink it until I get right in front of you because I want to share that first sip of coffee. One more time. There's nothing better than a warm beverage or a hot beverage. And yes, we are so much more than that. We are friends here, aren't we, Alice? Good morning, Alice. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Nikki. I'm so glad to see you here this morning. And Jessica, good morning. Good to see you. And I think that is as far as it goes back. So, good morning to everyone. If you haven't said, hey, good morning, well, just pop a message in there. Oh, we're crazy, silly, friendly, and welcoming. That is absolutely correct, Alice. But it doesn't even just accommodate that, right? I mean, we're even more than that. We have formed a friendship that exceeds yarn, which is really amazing. It's really amazing. So, life is like a roller coaster. Sometimes you're at the top and you're scared to death because you see that drop. And sometimes you're at the bottom and you're like super excited because you're rising up higher and higher. And, so all the highs and lows of life, we're here for it. And we're here for you. And one thing that I've really seen throughout the years, and I'm coming up, I believe, on, let's see, 1920, on my 4-year anniversary very soon. Isn't that exciting? 4 years of crochet therapy. I am just in awe of that. I can't believe it. And yet it feels like y'all have been in my life for even longer than that. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. And yes, some things exceed yarn. And so here we are, and I'm just so excited that you're here with me. And time for another cup. What is in your cup this morning? Happy Friday, TGIF. I know, where did the time go? Life just goes faster and faster as we get older and older. Oh my goodness. Another sip of coffee is so good. See, with every sip, it lubricates those vocal cords, and boy. Oh yeah, really good. So, happy Friday, everyone. I hope that you had a great week. Just to give you a quick update, I know I've asked for prayers for my hubby for his eye surgery, and it went really well. And yesterday's follow-up, he got good news, and so he's soon going to be seeing, hey, Ambi, it's good to see you. I'm so glad to see you. Alice says she's got a big coffee, might need a second big coffee today. I woke up with a headache, and I know it was sinus headache. My hubby used his thumb, and he rubbed right over my eyes, where your sinuses are, and it did help a little bit. So I know that it's a sinus headache. I hate those, don't you? So his eyes are doing so good. And so he just had one eye, you know, um, the surgery on one eye so far on Wednesday. And on the way home from the surgery center, he was reading all the tags on the cars. And, I'm like, wow, that is amazing. So that was good news, very good news. Now we can't wait to get the other eye fixed so that he can see. It'll be pretty close to 2020. You're a senior, that's your excuse. Oh, Alice, yeah. I know, I was having trouble too. I think I think that she likes to go by Ambi, and so that works. So I'm not sure. I can't remember either because, this mind like a steel trap thing, it's still working. So I am enjoying this cup of coffee. Oh my goodness, I'm going to enjoy it while it's hot. Amber. How easy is that, Amber? I think I was making it harder than it was. So, Ambi, that is perfect. Yeah, I love it. And so anyway, on the yarny front, so Wednesday, while I was waiting for for hubby to have his eye surgery, I sat and crocheted, and that was nice. I actually, I know this is going to be crazy, but it was easier for me to start a new project than it was to finish one, because the finishing one was like putting together, like amigurumi type thing. So, when you're in a waiting room, you don't want to just be getting your needle out and sewing and doing all of this stuff. So I just got some really nice stripe yarn, and it's more on the variegated side than it is striped, because the color changes a little quicker than just the stripe would. And so anyway, it's just really, really soft, really lovely yarn. And so I started a project that is going to be one of my tutorials. So I'm really happy about that. And it just went so fast. It really did. And it just seemed like, I was just going row by row by row. And just, I did not buy the yarn, Missy. I used yarn that was in my stash. Oh, Amber Nicole. Aw. And when you were little, your parents called you Ambi Coley. Oh, so you used Ambi when you started doing things online. That is a nice story. I love that story. Yes. My oldest granddaughter is 5, and her name is Nicole too. And so that is a really special name. I love them both. Yes. Oh. So, um, my my daughter-in-law, the mommy of the 2 little girls, is currently doing a fundraiser because she is going to be doing an 11-month internship at her church for this coming year. She's working in children's ministry, and she loves it, and she's very good at it. She's super organized. She's super loving to those kids. She is one that is just such a go-getter. Anyway, so this weekend, today and tomorrow and Sunday, I believe, they are, maybe not Sunday, today and tomorrow maybe, she's having a fundraiser yard sale, right? And so, and whatever funds she earns, or funds she raises rather, will go into the church fund, and then so that she can, what they'll do is they'll just spread it out over 11 months, and then she can have an income over 11 months. And so she's fundraising right now. It's kind of like, even if you've seen missionaries, how they go from church to church to raise funds so that they can afford to live, while they're doing their mission work. Well, this is kind of like that. It is a mission for the children of Winston-Salem, North Carolina area. And so anyway, we're really super proud of her. But what really gets my heart is my 5-year-old granddaughter loves to bake. She gets that from her Grammy and from her Nana. I get it from my mom, who is her Nana, and she gets it from me and Nana. And so, and actually Nana is the one that she actually gets it from. She just gets it from me through osmosis. I haven't really baked a whole lot with her, but Nana bakes with her all the time. Every time she sees her, they bake something. They bake cookies, they bake muffins, just something. One time they made a cheesecake. Yeah, they bake. And so anyway, Nicole yesterday baked 100 lemon cookies and 100 chocolate chip cookies, and she wanted to have a menu. And then they have been raising vegetables in their backyard. Well, the peppers have gone crazy. So she has shishito peppers, jalapeno peppers. She has cayenne peppers and bell peppers, baby bell peppers. So they picked, I think they picked over 100. Yes, they picked over 100 peppers in all yesterday. And so they bagged them up into, like peppers, like 4 jalapenos, in one bag. And then she had some shishito and some cayenne, all that. And so Nicole is in charge of selling those bags too. So, they are pesticide free. You can't call yourself organic unless you get tested by the government. But they don't use any pesticides in their garden. And so the girls go out and just pick things and eat right off the vine. So, and they want to make sure that it's safe for them. So they don't use anything on there that is not safe. And actually, they use very little that's on there. Like when they had a slug problem, they didn't spray anything. What we did was we took a little container, because I was there at that time. We took a little short container, a little tiny bowl, put some beer in it, and set it right next to there. And the slugs were, they were attracted to the beer, and they would climb in, and because they just love that smell, that hop smell, that fermentation smell, and then they would drown. So that's how they got rid of their slugs. So anyway, and they have like rosemary and thyme and parsley, and so they've bagged up all of that too, fresh herbs. And so anyway, that's what they're doing today, and so I'm really excited for them. So on to that crochet project that I was working on. It was so fun because it was something that you just get into a rhythm of. You know how if you are making something that you're familiar with and you know the pattern and you just keep repeating it as your project gets larger and larger, that's the kind of project that I like, right? I'm back. I hope you're still here. I don't know what just happened, but we had a little pause, and so we're back. Yay! Oh my goodness. Are you okay? Yes, slugs and beer, Amby. Yes. Nikki, you're so funny. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Are we all back? Okay, Amby says, my sister was very outdoorsy and loved bugs, so her nickname was Heatherbug or Heatherbug Marie. We would all joke that when she went to school, she was going to think that was her real name, right? Okay, good, Amby. Good to see you. Oh, let me see. You watched the movie? Oh, Frozen. Oh, Nikki. Oh my goodness. So, I hope everybody's back. It's good to see you. Good to see you. So, what projects are on your hook for this weekend? I want to know. I am so ready to do some tutorials and getting all those tutorials under my belt, and 5 more weeks until the new hey Elaine, good morning. It's so good to see you. And Alice is singing Let It Go. Oh, Nikki, is that because you watch it with the girls, or do you just watch it on your own? I don't know. You know, I tried watching Frozen, but it was kind of a funny story. My mother-in-law, it was at her house, and she wanted to see it, but she would talk, and she had a very funny habit of talking in the middle of a movie. And this was a movie that I hadn't seen before, and we kind of had a secret funny rule that my husband and I, that we would make sure that we had watched a movie already before we went to watch it at her house, because she would talk so much, because, you know, she liked to visit with us, of course, and so that was okay. But she would talk so much, and then she would go, "Oh, what's happening? What, Barbara?" She would go, "Barbara, what is that guy doing? Who is he?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." I don't know, because I've been talking to you, you know. And so we tried to make sure that we would watch the movie before we went over to visit, because she would want us to fill her in. So that movie, honestly, as far as I got, was the ship, and I can just remember the ship floating on a dark water and a dark sky, and then something bad happened. And that's all I remember, because that's as far as we got. And then I was like, oh, you know what? We can't watch this movie. I can't watch this movie. I mean, like, more went by, and then I was like, I have no idea who these people are. I'm like, who are these people? What do they do? What is going on? What is their story? So anyway, turned it off, never watched it again. So, or never attempted to watch it again. So anyway, I've never actually watched the movie. And let's see, I can't remember. I think it was my brother-in-law. He was saying, oh yeah, you know, we just got in some frozen lunch boxes. And I'm like, why would you get frozen lunch boxes in? Don't they work better if they're thawed? And he'd just look at me. He'd be like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So anyway, my sweet sister-in-law, on Monday, I did take her to her surgery center, and she had, right here on her chest, she had a spot of cancer, and so they had to get more out, and so she has a little Y incision. It looks like a little Y, and she told me that, and I said, that's what they do when they do an autopsy. They do a Y incision on your chest. She's like, I know, but this one was only this big. Which is good. So she is back at work, and they're going to send the results off, and then, or the samples off, and then she'll get the results to make sure that they got it all. And if they did, then I don't think she has to do anything else. But if they didn't, then she'll have to go back. But yeah, so she was pretty shaky and cold when she got done. Thankfully, her brother, my sweet husband, had left a pillow and a blanket in there, so in the car, so that when she came out, if she wanted either one, she could, and she wanted that blanket, and she covered up with it, and so yeah. So drove her home, and she rested that day, but she did go back to work. She teaches preschool, and if you watch any of my older episodes, you'll see there is an episode where she and I sit on the porch on the deck, and we crochet some of the kitchen sponges, the cotton kitchen sponge, and I show her how to do that. And it was just a live crochet along. We sat and chatted and crocheted at the same time, and so it was quite long, but it was fun. We talked about everything from snakes and trees and alligators, and we just chatted about anything that came to our mind. So that was a fun day. I love spending time with my sweet sissy, my sweet sister-in-law. She's just awesome. So anyway, I have just been chatting and chatting and chatting. How is everyone this morning? Let's see, live chat. You've been singing the song, Some Things Never Change. Some Things Never Change. I don't know that song, obviously. You know what songs I really like are songs from Wicked. I love those songs. Oh my goodness. And I haven't listened to the whole album from Wicked for a long time. Oh, Alice is working on the Christmas candy jar. That's the gnome candy jar. I bet you change it up and make it something else. That is going to be fun because, I know you do that. You and my sweet sissy, you see a pattern and you go, oh, that's so lovely. I love it. And then and this is what she used to do at Painting with a Twist. Oh, that is gorgeous. I want to do that painting. And then as soon as we got the stuff, she'd be like, well, I don't want those colors. I want purple. I want red. And she would say all of these different colors, totally different. And then you'd think that she would just change up the colors, but no. We did several together, but one of them that we did was the Starry Night, the Vincent van Gogh. And so she did all of that, but then instead of doing all of the Starry Night exactly, she put a Death Star in the sky, from Star Wars. And then one time we did one that had it had a flower vase, and it was so pretty. Well, she ended up putting a kitty on there, and then she put words, like a poem or something, words from a poem. But she put a cat sitting next to the vase, and oh my gosh, she changed up so many things. But it was always really pretty and unique. And so anyway, she's funny. So I enjoyed that. So I know Alice likes to do the same thing. She likes to make one that's just like it, but then she likes to change it up because it's that creative mind that won't stop, right? And this is the best way for us to show our creativity. I love it. I love it. Show yourself. Oh, y'all are really into that movie. I have never seen Frozen 1 or Frozen 2. So I can't even talk to you about it. I don't even know. But I do get it. When you're into a movie like that, I do get it. It's like, you just talk and talk about it, right? Just like me with the squirrel. And, oh my goodness, yes, Christmas Vacation. Oh yeah, Christmas Vacation, and that squirrel, crazy. So, what is on your hook besides Alice and her Christmas gnome jar, candy jar? I know, squirrel. That's my favorite, Nikki. So, if you haven't seen it, in my playlist of tutorials, it's in tutorials and it's also in the Christmas crochet. It's a mason jar. It's a quart-size mason jar, and you crochet a cover for it, and then you crochet a gnome head, and it just fits on the ring of the mason jar. And so then you can, once it's there, it just looks like this really cute gnome sitting there. But then you can unscrew the lid, and go in and sneak your candy, right? Nikki says, I'm making a matching hat for the shrug, hopefully. That shrug was gorgeous, Nikki. It really was. It really was. I like it a lot. You know what I really liked about that shrug is that it went around the top part of your body. It didn't like go all the way, down to your knees. Like some people make shrugs that are just really large, which is okay if that's what you're going for, but that one was just cute. It was just plain cute. Ambi says, I just finished a few days ago a baby blanket using Mandala Baby colorway Echo Caves. It's one big giant granny square. Oh my goodness. I bet it's gorgeous. I bet it is absolutely gorgeous. I love the Mandala colorways. I've been looking at them. I've been looking at the Mandala colorways, and did you see Mikey from the Crochet Crowd showed 2 new yarns, and and they weren't brand new, but what they were was they were one of them was not brand new. It was repurposed into a cake when it used to be in the Ogo. Now the Ogo has been discontinued. No surprise there. Nobody wants to buy a 5-ounce Ogo, 5 ounces of yarn. It doesn't matter how you present it to us. It's 5 ounces of yarn, sometimes 7, and it was $14.99 in some stores when I saw it. And so, anyway, yeah. So he showed us some yarn, and now one of them was, maybe they both were. They were kind of like an ombre, but they were really subtle. They were really subtle. In the one project that he showed, I really couldn't see a difference in the colorway. I couldn't see a difference in the color, and I guess that was the whole purpose of it, was to be so subtle, But anyway. Oh, you made Care Bear hide jars? You have 3 sizes? Care Bears. Alice, there you go. Care Bears. Oh my goodness. Put a little bear head on it and then do the circle with whatever, whatever kind of care sign, a heart, a 4-leaf clover, a Christmas tree. You could do that. You could do those. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that idea. I love that idea. So you can change up the gnome candy jar and just make it your own. That is awesome. Awesome. Let's see what else. Oh my goodness. Perfect for going into air after 105 degree outside. I know. I know. Yes, please post it on the Facebook page. That would be great. They were too pricey for you. I know, Nikki, I know. I get it. Yeah, Jessica, we need a little more information. Alice is always thinking ahead. She's always thinking towards her sales for the craft shows that she's doing. And the holidays are coming up. And, you haven't figured it out yet? Okay. Well, go to my channel and I have the instructions for crocheting around a jar, around a quart-size jar. You don't have to figure it out. It's right there for you. So that's really fun. Speaking of which, Alice is going to go live with me one day. Maybe we can make that work in October. Alice, maybe? That would be fun, and we'll talk about, that's not the issue? Oh, okay. All right, Jessica, you got it going, girl. I know you do. I know you do. And so Alice doesn't like it when I talk about this because she is shy. So she says, but I don't think so. Alice is a natural teacher. And, you know, I think that having her as a guest on the show would be so great. Don't you? Can I see a show of hands? Mm-hmm. Me. And so just having some pointers and some tips for doing shows, that would be so helpful. I have never done a show before, and just knowing the types of projects to bring, how many to bring, right? That's right. That's right. We love you, Slice. Good morning, Naomi. It's good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, she says she has fingers in her ears, but guess what? She's still looking at the screen. So let's give Alice some love and tell her, do it, do it. Go live with me. And so anyway, I think that that would be a lot of fun. And yeah, so we're going to work on that a little bit, but you know, we got to have some things settle down a little bit. So while hubby and I were gone this last time to Tennessee and North Carolina, there was a little mishap at the house, and a relative who is a sweet relative and will not be named had a little mishap and ran her car into the garage door. So, and her car is kind of banged up, so much so that it won't drive. So good to know that the garage door that was on there, which was new, by the way, well, it was about a year old. And, oh, a Zoom slice. Nice. Yes, it would be almost as fun as a Zoom slice. Definitely. We need to do that again. We need to do a Zoom again. And so anyway, yeah, so the garage door was nice and sturdy, so it did get bent in, but it didn't cave in. And so it was so banged up that it had to be replaced. And the whole thing had to be replaced, including the tracks and everything. So that got replaced yesterday. And so it looks so good. The new garage door looks so good. There was one installer that worked by himself, and he installed that all by himself in really a quick, short amount of time. So my mom says we were actually at the doctor for follow-up for my husband at the time. And so anyway, oh, your cousin is having her first baby, and it'll be a boy. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, you know, that would be really kind of neat, wouldn't it, Jessica? I like that idea. Yeah. You could do, you could do any kind of bear. You could put any kind of band logo or, any kind of logo on your bear. You could have a cookie bear, do a chocolate chip cookie and put that on there. That's about my speed, right? Chocolate chip cookie bear. So anyway, you could even give it away and give away what's inside and crochet a candy kiss or, just a chocolate bar or whatever you wanted to do. A little Tootsie Roll or a gummy lifesaver, a gummy worm. Crochet a gummy worm on there. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love gummy worms? I love gummy worms. I like gummy anything. Any kind of candy that's a gummy candy. My favorite. So, yeah, we have been really, really excited. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something right here. So, the book that is right there, that's my workbook. But this is the calendar that I bought. It's a 2023-2024. It's an academic calendar. And the reason for that is because it goes from June to July. And since I'm starting in the middle of the year, this was perfect, right? And so it was really, really cheap on Amazon. And so it comes with this, and it has all of these really cool Post-it notes, and it has, and then this is like a today tab, so you can put this anywhere in your book And then that's where you know today is, which is really kind of cool. Then, like August. So here is August. And today is August the 11th. So yesterday, I did put some notes on here, already, just a few notes. And, oh, it had the same cover. That's nice. I like this cover. I think it's so pretty. It looks, my birthday's in February, and it kind of looks amethyst to me. So yesterday was National S'mores Day. And I know I love planners too. When I was working as an admin assistant, I had the Franklin Covey system, and I still have my my case, the case that holds, and it's beautiful. It's red leather look, and it has the handles that will go in if it's on my desk, and I loved that Franklin Covey system. So this is the one that I could afford at this time. What I really like is the Franklin Covey that fits in it's a notebook that I have that's like a case notebook. And so it kind of almost looks like a purse, when it's closed. That's the one that I really like. But those planners are quite expensive. And so once I start, making a little more money with this YouTube gig, because right now it's not paying the bills, it's not paying anything, and then maybe I will go to a more like a Franklin Covey type. I like the Franklin Covey because I did the day by day, so I could list out everything that I needed to do, and then when you turn the page, whatever, you would just do that arrow. I even went to the class for the Franklin Covey class. And hey, Wendy, good morning. It's good to see you. How are you feeling today? I hope you're feeling good. I hope so. And so, anything that you needed to carry over, you would just put an arrow. And then anything that you finished, you would draw a line through. You could add more. And then when you turn the page, you just carry over what had the arrow. You just carry it over at the top. And so sometimes you just carry over for a while because it's something that you need to work on for a while, but it keeps it front and center for you. And I really liked that system. I stayed so organized with that system, and I had two people that their schedules I was supposed to keep, and I needed to keep track of all of the projects that each one gave me, and it really helped. It really helped. But this one is good too. So, now this one is July and August, and it has, each day has a little section. So I do like that. I like it a lot. So, let me see. I had started adding things into, you do it all online. And see, I would like to do that, but I find that actually writing something down helps me remember it. And then also, I'm not having to go to my phone all the time. I like going to my phone. I like keeping things on my phone. I keep a lot of things on my phone. But I just got used to that Franklin Covey system. And 3 kids and then a hobby to keep track of, right? And so, and once I get to Tennessee, then I'll have this channel, Crochet Therapy, and I will also have the Cedarcroft channel to keep track of. And so I needed something to write down so that I could, at a glance, just look. I need to do, a color system, and I need to be able to actually glance at all of this and see. And a lot of times online, you have to actually click on things to see what they are. And so to me, being able to just see everything at a glance without having to open things up. Nikki, it's kind of it's a habit, right? It's a habit that you have to, you don't do it on your phone. You use your laptop. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that helps, Alice. That would help a lot. I couldn't do it on my phone. I think that would be really hard. So yeah, your laptop, that would work too. So anyway, for $10, this is a nice system. It will take me through to all the way to next July, and at which time I can, determine what needs to happen, and maybe at that time, because I know with Franklin Covey you can start mid-year and you can also start at the beginning of the year. So they have the two systems. So that might be, but I might end up really liking this system because it's very spread out. Like one whole week is on these 2 pages right here. So it would be easier for me to keep a schedule for crochet therapy and for Cedarcroft. So anyway, that's my thought on that, because I want to get more organized as far as doing tutorials. This last year was, last year, 2022, was a crazy year. 2021 was a crazy year. 2023, it's been the leftover of 2022. We've been seeing a lot of leftover. But we're seeing the light at the end of a tunnel. Oh, yeah, it is a habit. That's right, Alice. She says, my sis uses a little pocket calendar. She just won't do anything online. Yeah, and that's okay. That's okay. There's something about writing it. For those of us that are, old school, I like writing lists. I like writing things. And so that brings me joy, actually writing things down. So that's part of the process. And I think that that's probably a lot of it for me, is the writing things down brings me joy. So yeah, that's part of the process. I could do online, but yeah, you have to be committed and use it every day. Yes, that's right. And having a spot where it can stay open. When I was working as an admin assistant, I had a nice desk. I would keep it open on the desk all day long. So if a phone call came in, I utilized the online calendar for both of the gentlemen that I was an assistant for, but I also kept things in my planner. So Ambi says, my mom used a little pocket calendar when me and my sister were younger. Yeah, because she had to keep track of all of your commitments and things, right? And I know my dad used a pocket calendar when he was working, and especially when he was working shift work, because then he could keep track of everything. And also upcoming appointments and stuff like that. It was all right there. Of course, that was before phones. That was even before computers. So, if you can remember before computers, I embraced the computer when it came along. I was right there doing everything, doing all the things, but I still like writing things down. So it brings me joy, and that's what I'll continue to do. So computers weren't around then. That's right. That's right, Alice, right? You do way more on paper. You pick up your kids. They don't teach kids to sign their name nowadays. Oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I know. Everybody needs a signature. Everybody needs to learn how to write crochet, right? Cursive. Well, maybe they need to put crochet in the curriculum too. Oh my gosh, let me tell you something funny, okay? I did a video, but I didn't share it out there because I don't know, it kind of was funny, but I shared it with a couple people. But hubby and I went through Chick-fil-A in Sevierville, and so I have an app because my daughter-in-law has an app, and she's like, you get all these kind of free things and blah, 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 and all that stuff, right? And you do when you have the app. So I had set up an app a while ago when I was with her, maybe a year ago, right? And I don't go there, so I don't use it, but we went through there, and so anyway, we were going through there, so I was like, I'm going to do it through the app. I'm going to, save some money or do whatever deal they have, right? And then when we get up there, all I have to do is give them my name and, they'll have my order. So I go up there and I tell them my name, Barbara. She can't find it. She can't find it. She's like, and I showed her the app, right? And I showed her the app and I'm like, no, see, it's done. I already paid for it. It's right there. She's like, oh. She said, well, I can't find it. It's under Barbara. I can't find it. She's like, what is your phone number? I'll try looking it up by that. And, they're always super friendly at Chick-fil-A, right? And so she looked it up by my phone number and she said, oh, here, I found it. It's under Crochet. And I just kind of looked at her. I was like, Crochet? I said, oh, do you mean crochet? I had put my username as Crochet. And the poor little girl, she just read it and went, oh, it's under Crochet. I'm like, Crochet? That cracked me up. But, she was so sincere and I didn't want to just laugh in her face. I said, oh, you mean crochet? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Not only did I forget, but I still didn't remember that I had put it as crochet. Crotchet. So we pulled forward a little bit before we laughed about it. I'm like, crotchet. Who doesn't know how to say crochet? I don't know. Anyway, it was funny. It made me laugh. And now I know my username. And I won't forget it because I'll always remember that little girl that says, oh, that's what your brothers call it, crotchet? Like, that is too funny. That is really funny. And she just popped up, oh, it's under crotchet. I'm like, no, it's not. Oh, it's going to, okay, yours is going to be 17 when school starts. He will, oh, I don't understand what you just said, Jessica. So anyway, yeah, he's going to be put to work. Okay. So, oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah, that was kind of funny. So it was really funny. I probably should put that video out because it was just really funny. And I told it while I was still laughing about it, while I was still like, can you believe that? She said crotchet. And am I crocheting again? Yes, I am. I am crocheting again, yes. Oh, they'll just to bug you, they'll say, are you crocheting again? I get it. Your brothers will be on the phone and just to annoy you, they'll say, are you crocheting again? You just say, yes, I'm a crotchety woman. Don't mess with me. Right? I'm a crocheting woman. Don't mess with me. That's funny. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So go ahead and crotchet today, my friends, and stay crotchety. Hey, that might be something I'm going to have to say to you. Stay crotchety. The school where they work in a factory instead of teaching them. What? Oh my goodness. Oh, Wendy, your kids say the same thing. It's not knit. It's crotchety. Oh my goodness. Well, my friends, thank you for hanging out with me this morning. I enjoyed the chit chat. I enjoyed the fun. And it's time to get the day started, don't you think? And so let's go forth and crotchet. Oh, I need a crochet hook to say that. I don't have one right here. Oh my goodness. Go forth and crotchet. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, Jessica. I never heard of that either. All right, gang. So I will see you on Monday, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Go forth and crotchet and stay safe, be kind, and get hooking Mwah. Much love to everyone. Ambi is going to be working on her mom's blanket this weekend. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. And so I will see you on Monday, and have a great one.